Hello and welcome, I'm Chris and today I'm going to be talking about the Vitaplex by ASP Affinage Salon Professional. So there are many Plex treatments on the market and I often get asked the question, what makes Vitaplex so different from the others? So today I'm going to help explain that. I'm going to give you some hints and tips on how best to use it and what specifically to use it for. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification button for more videos, and if you're returning, it's lovely to see you. So let's just do it. First, we have to do a little bit of science, I'm afraid. So I think that everybody now knows that the structure of the hair is made up of amino acids, proteins and keratin. The hair structure is basically like an intertwined ladder. On the outside you have the structure of the hair, and this is held together by the rungs of the ladder, or in the hair's case, specific bonds: hydrogen, disulfide and salt bonds. So to understand how Vitaplex works differently, let's take a little look at these bonds. So the hydrogen bond is actually a very weak bond, and this is broken every time you wet your hair. However, as soon as you dry your hair, the bonds reform. This is why we're able to blow dry the hair into curls or blow dry it straight. You then have the salt bond in the hair. Again, this is a very weak bond and is broken by pH. However, when you restore the pH of the hair, the bond repairs itself. And finally, you have the disulfide bond. Now, the disulfide bond is a very strong bond, and this can be broken by chemical processes such as perm, straightening, or bleaching. So a lot of other plexes work on strengthening or rebuilding these bonds. However, as I've explained, the hydrogen bond and the salt bond actually repair themselves. So this is where Vitaplex differs from other plexes. Vitaplex works on the actual hair structure, not the bonds. So if you think about a ladder, for instance, you have the sides of the ladder, which is your hair structure, and the bonds, which are the rungs of the ladder in between. Now, if the sides of the ladder are actually broken, even if the bonds are present, there's nothing for them to latch onto. So Vitaplex works by repairing and protecting the structure of the hair. It has a part 1, and the part 1 can be used as a standalone treatment on your client in water, or it can be added to your colour and your bleaching service. This not only helps to protect the hair, but it also helps with the lift by increasing the efficiency of the oxygen within the activator. The part 2 is the really clever bit, and once you've either rinsed off your colour or your bleach, or if you're using it as a standalone treatment, you don't need to rinse off your part 1, you apply your part 2. Now your part 2, the structure of the hair is mainly amino acids. These are the building blocks of proteins. And the part 2 contains something called RAV19. 19 man-made amino acids that replicate exactly the structure of the hair, in the same size and the same quantity as you would find in the hair. This means that the RAV19 is able to penetrate into the hair and find any damage, and the correct amino acid locks into the hair, repairing it permanently back to its natural state. Only the correct amino acids are accepted, and any excess, when you rinse this off after 10 minutes, simply washes away. I would then recommend conditioning the hair, rinsing that off, and your client's hair will be restored. And the process is now complete. Vitaplex comes with its own shampoo and conditioner, as well as an intensive treatment, part 3, that can be used by the client at home to keep this system topped up for home damage. Now, I said that it had been repaired back to natural, and it has. However, that doesn't stop the client doing more damage with straightening irons, hair dryers. Now, there's no doubt that people understand what plexes do and how they work. However, there still seems to be an issue with incorporating this as a service. But it is something that is absolutely vital in a lot of instances. Personally, within my bleaching prices, I've automatically added the cost of the Vitaplex into my bleaching service. So there really isn't an option for a client. If I'm going to bleach, they're going to have this. Now, the Vitaplex system comes in 3 sizes. It comes in a small introduction box. It comes in a medium-sized salon kit and a large-sized salon kit. Now, when I first started introducing this to my clients, I liked the small, individually packaged box. In here, you get sachets of part 1, part 2 and part 3. Now, why I like this so much is it is then a physical product that you can hand to your client and put it in front of them. There's a part 3 that they get to take home so that they can see again the benefits of using the part 3. But I feel when a client has a physical product to touch and hold and read the information on the back whilst you go away and mix your colour up, gives them more of a feeling that they are getting something. When I'd return with my colour or my bleach or the water that I was going to mix it with, I'd then open the sachet one and put this in front of them. If you're adding it into water, you simply use 1 part of Vitaplex to 10 grams of water. If you're adding it to your colour, use 1 gram of Vitaplex to 10 grams of colour. And if you're adding it to bleach, you use 1 gram of Vitaplex to 5 grams of bleach. You don't have to alter your developer or your processing time in any way. Now, if you're doing a full head of colour, it's simple. The Vitaplex is going to be in the colour which you're placing over the full head. However, if you're doing a regrowth or you're doing highlights, there will be hair that has not had the Vitaplex. When you're at the basin and you're rinsing off your root colour or taking out your highlights, you're then going to want to mix up another small amount of water and Vitaplex. Once you've removed your colour and shampooed, you're going to want to cover the whole head again with the part 1, making sure that the hair that hasn't had it receives the treatment. Leave for about 2 minutes and squeeze off any excess moisture, and then use your part 2. This is placed under heat for 10 minutes if you have it, or wrapped with a plastic cap and a hot towel. So the Vitaplex doesn't just help with the lifting process, it maintains the structure and the integrity of the hair, repairs the damaged hair back to its natural state, giving healthier, stronger, longer lasting, more vibrant colours. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and there's more coming up. If you have any comments, please leave them below, and it was lovely to see you, and I'll see you next time.